Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Tom Phelps. And Tom writes to tell us that he has been having extremely vivid lucid dreams that are bothering him because of the strength of the dreams and because this is a new phenomenon in his life. And he mentions something that he's done recently which certainly could trigger this kind of thing, and his question is, why would this be happening? How can he better understand it, and how could he end it if he found that desirable, which, from the sound of the email, he does. And I would say the reason that it's happening is that you've been studying metaphysics, you've made certain major life changes, and these things have all kind of come together to trigger a psychic opening. So what you're really experiencing is not a bad thing, it's the flowering of your psychic abilities. What I would say is, rather than allowing it to come through the dreams, start working with clairvoyance more intensely in waking life. I think you'll find that will take a lot of this pressure off. But Spirit is trying to speak to you, it's speaking to you strongly, there's nothing wrong with that. Only that it's preventing you from having rest and that it's disturbing you. Now, how do you better interpret it? How do you better understand it? Well, again, the first thing I would say is do it when you're awake. Do it through clairvoyance. I think you'll find it easier to understand. But in terms of dreams, when interpreting dreams, you want to go by what it means to you symbolically. Go through the elements in the dream and ask yourself, what does this mean to me? What does this mean in this combination? And work through how you would interpret it, not how anyone else would interpret it, because deity is using your symbols to speak to you through your higher self. And therefore, it's what it means to you that will be most important. Certainly you can seek out other people's interpretations, but always remember, it's your language of symbols that was used for this communication. And finally, how can you stop it? Well, there are a number of things you can do, and again, doing it when you're awake and doing it through clairvoyance is probably the best thing to do to try to bring this phenomenon to an end. But other things you can do is grounding and releasing before going to bed. You can place grounding agents around your bed, such as hematite or salt. There are a number of different things you can use. And just plain talking to Spirit and saying, you know, Spirit, this is too strong, it's disturbing me, it's preventing me from having rest. Can you not bring me these messages in another way? And I think you'll find that Spirit will listen. So these would be my suggestions. One other suggestion I would make, if you're not already working with spirit guides, I would investigate doing that, and I think you'll find that will also help. And it's very simple to work with spirit guides. If you do a search here at MagickTV, I think you'll find at least 1 or 2 vlogs that give instructions on how to do that. It's also in our first degree book. Or we can always do another vlog on the subject if you or others try to find it and have difficulty. But I would say that working with your spirit guides is another way to make the disturbing aspect of this less disturbing. You're still going to have Spirit talking to you unless you just plain refuse to listen, which you absolutely should not do. But it can certainly talk to you in other ways if you open those doors for the communication to come in other ways. So I hope that answers your question and gives you something to think about. And until next time, may you blessed be. The Tarot of Hecate. My 100-card tarot deck, 30 years in the making, finally available to you from witchschoolstore.com. Check out a copy today.